How to stop negative thinking. Have you ever felt trapped in a loop of worry, self-doubt, or pessimism? That constant inner critic that tells you you're not good enough, that things won't work out, or that the worst is about to happen. You're not alone. We all face negative thoughts. But for many, they've become a constant companion, coloring every aspect of our lives. The good news is, you don't have to stay there. Your mind is not a fixed, unchangeable system. It's a muscle that can be trained. In this video, we're going to explore what negative thinking is, why it holds us back, and, most importantly, provide a clear, step-by-step guide to help you break free from its grip and start rewiring your brain for positivity. Understanding the enemy. What is negative thinking? Negative thinking is more than just feeling down occasionally. It's a persistent pattern of thought where we tend to focus on the bad, anticipate the worst, and filter out the good. Psychologists call this a cognitive bias. Our brains, for evolutionary reasons, are hardwired to notice threats, which is great for survival, but not so great for modern life. This bias manifests in several common forms. Catastrophizing, blowing a small problem way out of proportion. A late email becomes "I'm going to get fired and lose everything." Personalization, blaming yourself for something that isn't your fault. A friend is in a bad mood, and you think, "I must have done something to upset them." Mind reading, assuming you know what others are thinking without any evidence, and it's always negative. They didn't text back, so they must hate me. All or nothing thinking, seeing things in black and white. If you're not perfect, you're a complete failure. Why negative thinking holds you back? Negative thoughts aren't just annoying, they have a tangible impact on our lives. They can create a vicious cycle. The more you think negatively, the more your brain reinforces those neural pathways, making it easier for the next negative thought to appear. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you're constantly negative, you miss opportunities. You might avoid applying for a new job, starting a new hobby, or meeting new people because your inner critic has already convinced you that you'll fail. This leads to stagnation, regret, and a reality that is far smaller than your potential. It also impacts your physical health, contributing to stress, anxiety, and even chronic illness. The path forward. A step-by-step guide. The key to stopping negative thinking is to interrupt the pattern and build new, positive mental habits. It takes practice, but it works. Let's start with the first step. Step 1. Become a mindful observer. You can't change what you don't recognize. The first and most crucial step is to simply become aware of your negative thoughts without judgment. Don't fight them or feel bad about having them. Just notice them, as if you were a scientist observing a phenomenon. When a negative thought arises, mentally tag it. For example, "Oh, there's the catastrophizing thought," or "That's a personalization thought." This simple act of identification creates a bit of space between you and your thoughts, giving you back control. Step 2. Challenge the narrative. Once you've identified a negative thought, don't just accept it as truth. Put on your detective hat and challenge it. Ask yourself a few questions. Is this thought 100 true? Is there any evidence to the contrary? What is a more realistic way to view this situation? Would I say this to a friend? What advice would I give them? This process, known as cognitive restructuring, helps you to see the flaws in your thinking and replace them with more balanced, helpful perspectives. Step 3. Reframe and replace. After challenging the negative thought, consciously choose a more positive or realistic alternative. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about finding a more constructive way to think about it. If the thought is "I'll never get this done," reframe it to "I'll tackle this one step at a time." If the thought is "I'm terrible at this," reframe it to "This is a new skill, and it will take time to master." With each new, positive thought you choose, you are literally creating new, stronger neural pathways in your brain. This is the essence of rewiring your mind. Building a positive foundation. Daily practices. Stopping negative thinking is an active process, and a few daily habits can make a huge difference. Practice gratitude. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be small, like a good cup of coffee, or big, like a supportive friend. This simple exercise trains your brain to look for the good in your life. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a loved one. When you make a mistake, acknowledge it, but don't dwell on it. Forgive yourself and move on. Limit your social media intake. Social media can be a hotbed for comparison and negative self-talk. Take a break or be mindful of how certain accounts make you feel. Engage in positive activities. Make time for hobbies you love, spend time in nature, or connect with people who lift you up. These actions generate positive emotions that can help counteract negativity. Mindfulness. The ultimate tool at the heart of all these techniques is mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind of all thoughts. It's about observing them without getting swept away. It teaches you that a thought is just a thought. It doesn't have to control you. By practicing mindfulness, you build the mental muscle required to notice negative thoughts as they arise and choose not to follow them down the rabbit hole. Breaking the cycle of negative thinking isn't easy, but it is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's not about becoming someone who never has a bad thought. It's about becoming a person who doesn't let those thoughts define them. By becoming a mindful observer, a compassionate challenger, and an active reframer, you're not just stopping a habit. You are building a new, more positive reality for yourself.